Hello there, ladies and gentlemen! Karaoke Andy here, and today we're going to trade live the EU session. Fantastic weather here in Prague. No, I'm just kidding. It's freezing cold. So, here we go. So today is the 17th of December 2025. Markets will open in 19 minutes. Before we take a look at the markets, a couple of things. Excuse me. First of all, a disclaimer. This is no financial advice, only for educational purposes. Trading involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct your own research before trading. This stream and its recording is for educational purposes only and includes an affiliate link. Okay? Good. So, I don't know how many of you have heard. I have a free Discord community. It's called the Karaoke Trading Desk. Yeah. There is simple real trading with clean structure. I will give you a daily DAX desk prep, weekly live trading. Yesterday, for example, we traded the news release, honest breakdowns, and actually is reflecting how I trade. So, for example, let's take a look here. So, you see, here that's the main floor where the discussion is going, and here I always give you. I mean, there's nothing magical about that, right? Just how I look at the markets in the morning. Previous cash session high, previous cash session low, cash close, overnight high, overnight low, overnight mid, and then relative to that, what does the DAX do? So I give that ahead of the session. For example, today, pretty much 20 minutes ago. Yeah. So price is trading above previous cash close, above overnight mid, holding in the upper part of the overnight range. Bias is mildly bullish pre-open, but price is approaching stacked resistance at overnight high and previous cash high. So here's some scenarios for you. Also a post-open outlook. I'm including that now. Let's see what we make of it, right? So slightly bullish, but we have to see that we are holding into resistance. Okay. So here you can scan that QR code or type that in for a free invitation. So and stuff like that here makes my blood boil. You know, a lot of people still don't know about the cost of trading, right? And honestly, for most traders, it also is immaterial. When you trade with a simulated account with a prop firm, there is no cost of trading. Yeah, they show you a spread, and yeah, the spread is variable. But what can you do, right? It's you just have to suck it up. And honestly, it's also not really bid-ask commission like a broker would charge you. A prop firm, for them, the spread is just a further deductible on your payouts, right? So, and then Marcy here was just writing, I know my trader friends out there love prop firm trading, but I'm curious, do any of my followers trade CFDs out of Seychelles at any firms like eToro, IC Markets, Exness or others? I'm trying to gather some information on this sector and region in our industry as to always stay on top of markets. Thank you, everyone. Now, the problem is that Marcy doesn't know about it. Honestly, doesn't know, right? First of all, firm. No, it's a broker. A broker is a specialized bank. It's not a firm, right? It's a broker. And also, you need to understand the the concept of an offshore broker versus what's the difference is onshore, right? So it's just something to do with leverage that is kept in the EU, and it hasn't always been like that, you know. And then you can choose, and you have different bid-ask commissions, right? So it's just crazy. If I would trade with eToro, I would easily pay 20,000 euros per year more in bid-ask commissions. I'm not even exaggerating. So I'm now I'm now with Trade Nation, and actually I still have my TD365 account. We will trade that. I'm also trading now an FTMO challenge, and I'm with Trade Nation. So if you're with TD365, nothing wrong with them. They belong to the Trade Nation group anyway. That's the same company, right? It's just Trade Nation is the main brand, and that's where my affiliate agreement sits now, right? So if you sign up with Trade Nation using my link, no extra cost to you, you would support me. That's the only reason I changed. I got now under that umbrella agreement of Trade Nation, right? So, but why you should consider it? Let me take myself out of the way. Yeah. So let's say you trade the DAX at just €5 a point. Yeah. Take 3 trades a day. So nothing spectacular. I might take 3 trades in 14 minutes when we start, right? So you trade here at 1 point spread with Trade Nation. Yeah? And if you fire those 3 trades per day, that's roughly 250 trading days per year, €5 a point, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Trade Nation will get from you 3,780 in bid-ask commission, aka spread, right? So, and if you use other popular brokers like, for example, Easy Markets, yeah, you would already pay 5,670. And if you would trade with eToro, they charge a whopping 3.58 point spread. That would cost you 13,532. So that's almost 10K difference, right? So when I said I saved 20K, yeah, it's not because I trade much bigger size than that. I just fire more trades per day, right? So for those of you who know my trading, that's just you easily get there. So you can literally save a couple thousands per year. So yeah. So Trade Nation benefits is tier 1 regulated, right? TD365 is not tier 1 regulated, but obviously since they belong to Trade Nation, they have experience with tier 1 regulatory oversight, but Trade Nation itself is. Your funds, they lie with or live with Barclays Bank. You get 200 to 1 leverage. Depends on the geolocation. Maybe in the UK you don't get that, so check that. Yeah, and the spreads are low and fixed. They don't change, they're fixed, right? So, and other than that, there's TradingView integration. Yeah, this here you can scan that, you can type that in, you can go to my website. There's probably also a banner or something you can click on. So I've no extra cost to you. I would just get a few bucks that would support me. Anyway, markets open in 10 minutes. But for those of you who want to learn how to trade, I recently started to make a free video series. I call that Day Trading Foundations. You find that on YouTube, Karaoke Andy channel, or on my website, karaokeandy.com. Andy with an I, not with a Y. Okay. So you can also scan that QR code here for the first episode, and that walks you through trading from the ground up in normal language with real examples, no fake promises, and yeah, I'm doing that. So go check it out. All right, so the plan for today. I will use entry techniques from Tom Hugard. Those are ideal for live trading since they occur predictably, right? So mechanical entries, discretionary exits. I will explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it. All right. So let me just check if there is right. Anything in the chat? Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. So I will not if I trade I'm not checking the chat all the time, right? So today I will also do something different. I will try to trade here my personal account, still with Trade Nation, and also will trade this FTMO challenge, right? So I got curious. Full disclosure, this one is in drawdown. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know what is better for you if I show you. But I have to juggle this here with two windows. Let me put that here, and I will pull that down that you can see that I actually have a position open also on my personal account. Okay. So now let's look again here. Why are there so many lines on the chart? So let's get the prep out of the way. What I did here is simply, this is the overnight low, and everything that happens after the DAX cash market closes, yeah, that's 17:30 Frankfurt time, till 9 a.m. the next morning. All that I consider the overnight, yeah, just that there's no confusion, yeah. I'm not looking at futures or any nonsense like that. Cash is king, all right? So, cash low. Sorry, cash low would be there. So, overnight low, overnight high. So, and I put here just a Fibonacci tool. So should we break out north, yeah, that we have some idea how high we can go. So first things first, we look left, right? So what is that shit? I don't want to pay for that. So that was a previous session high, right? 195. That lines up with this overnight little range here, top. Yeah. So here is in that area there we can expect some resistance, right? So if we trade back here into the range, and it's obvious here seems to be an area of support, obviously down here an area of support, and then all the way down here, right? So but if we go up here, you see that I'm running out of levels. Previous cash high comes in here at 195, and above that, yeah, you need to extend somehow. So I'm using in this case Fibonacci extensions. You can also switch on standard pivot points. There you see there is the R1 at 24208.5 in the middle of that. So that's why there are so many lines on my chart, right? But it's really nothing fancy. So yeah, honestly, if he get to 195, would already be very happy. $50 points from here. Okay. Markets will open in roughly 4 minutes. What I will do now is synchronize the time on my PC. You see here, this is C-Trader. You see here the espresso offset built into that. Yeah, it's a little indicator that I created. You can get that for free on my website if you're interested. Also, this C-bot here for partially closing a position. I also have here bar numbers that I usually refer to. Oh. Okay, I can put that to 8. Okay, so 3 more minutes. Hehe, wrong market, brothers and sisters. So we need the DAX there. Woo! So that's better, right? Stake size is all right. I will use an 18 points offset in the DAX. And this here is also, this should be the FTSE. Still had here the US session open. Good. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. So, okay. Looks like the DAX is already attempting something. FTSE as well. So I will just put in the sell short orders. So just using arbitrary stop losses of about 19 points in the FTSE, 40 in the DAX. So put in a long order or something like that. And obviously, I might need to adjust that. So, $31. Oops. And at 91. So also put the orders in on my 3, 2, 1. Woo! Something was not right in the FTSE. Okay, I'm already long the FTSE. That was not correct. Let's take something off. Let's see. Let's close that. That came in. Wait a second. The low was 48 minus 8. Should be 40. So we should sell short there. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you see here, that's on my personal account. Not filled yet. If I don't get filled within the first 3 minutes, I will switch to what I call the karaoke espresso, right? I will just eyeball that, which just extends the breakout interval to 903. There's some DAX theory behind it. And yeah. And I will use a smaller offset. Okay, that comes in at 30 seconds. So I said, I will just eyeball that, yeah? So means I will just move the order closer. Like so. And like so. Good. Yeah, it's okay. Let me use a tiny little bit more offset there. Okay. Good. Selling short the DAX on personal. Filled short here as well. See that? Good. Not sure if I will take the flip or rather wait for a different setup in case I get stopped out. FTSE looks stronger. Switch to a 5-minute chart. There we go. I hope not buyers step in below prior bar low, which often happens in an uptrend, so we have to be careful. Have to be very, very careful here. No fill in the FTSE yet. Uh-huh. All right. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Looks like bulls are making an attempt, huh? Guys, I'm reducing here my risk, closing half of my position. Should we break down below here, I will add back in again. But for that I need DAX to break below here. Okay. Was I too flimsy? Okay. Made a new low for the day. Nah, that was shit trade management. Whoa. But we went, you know, all the way up here. I should have waited for a close below to add. Huh? Okay, now it is what it is. Long the FTSE, short the DAX. That's a situation I don't want to be in. Okay, but hey, here you go. Yeah. And now I'm long 150% in the DAX. Ay, 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 ay. Why am I a little bit concerned? Because the indices are somewhat correlated, and I was too aggressive on my add-on here. I thought, okay, if we take out the low here, certainly that would be a cleaner breakout. Could close the whole lot for feel like I need to get out of my DAX position. Yeah. Let's focus on the FTSE here. Okay, now it breaks down. Bloody hell. Okay. Well. I can't make that shit up. And now the FTSE has second thoughts. I'm locking in 75% in the FTSE. Sorry, that was completely shitty trade management on my side. I mean, whoa. On my personal, I'm still short the DAX. Closing that now for 0. So I'm waiting for a new setup, guys. Still long a quarter position in the FTSE. Stop loss at break even. That was complete nonsense what I did there. My bloody goodness. And now it still is teasing, you know, and looks like it might break down. Yeah. But now let's be realistic. So we didn't close, bar number 2 didn't close below 1. Yeah? And have you also seen how fast that bulls buyers were stepping in and then pushing that all the way up here? There seems to be a lot of support here. And also, the bias is, what did I say, mildly bullish. And okay, bulls making weaker attempts now. Let's see. We can close above. FTSE is just standing there, not doing much. Closing the FTSE. Reason I'm closing the FTSE is simply I'm trading my account and not the market. Made that stupid trading decision there to add here, and that might have even turned out to be a good idea. And I was overexposed. Now I had the chance to even out my account. So that was the risk manager here closing that trade, evening out the score. So in 46 seconds. This bar will conclude, and then I might take the aggressive school run. Looks I'm trying to sell the DAX again below what will now conclude as the signal bar in about 15 seconds. So personal account first, selling here at market. Right. FTSE short as well here. Stop loss would be above the single bar. I'll not take the long side because this structure looks weak, and I'm a breakout trader, so I'm betting now that that will break down. Okay. So hopefully some better trading from me now. What can of course happen is that DAX will simply be range bound, trade back into the range and stop me out. Yeah. So far DAX has done that. It's just traded more at the lower end of the range, and the attempts of bulls got weaker. So I'm quite happy with the stop loss placement, because should buyers push the market up till here, that means that attempts of bulls got stronger again, right? That's how I would read it. So if anything, I believe short, even though we have a massive gap up. DAX closed at 24,076. Should be around here. Still not breaking down. DAX is still teasing. Come on, DAXy. The worst thing that can happen for the bull case is a bar that makes a new low and closes at its high. That would be bad. Maybe I just got caught up in a stupid trading range. Still hoping for a breakdown here. In 7 minutes, the regular school run will conclude. It would be the second 15-minute bar. Would go long above, short below. Yeah. So see here, once this pattern breaks, how to delete that thing? Okay. Once that pattern breaks, that doesn't automatically mean that I should be long, but then I probably am trapped in a trading range, right? So FTSE so far is in a clear uptrend. If you consider what happened pre-market, and since the open, we printed 1, 2, 3, 4 bull bars. Now bar number 5 went below prior bar low. but closed above the midpoint. Bar number 6, not yet buyers stepping in. Yeah. So far we haven't broken the pattern, but now it's concerning that we don't trade lower than my entry. Okay, FTSE's coming off a little more. Can just be a 2-bar correction or reversal. There is a technique called first bar positive. Means in case we trade below the first bar, when it's positive we should sell shorts of FTSE, so I'm putting an order in there. Now so if you believe in an uptrend, this is a chance to hop on board here in the FTSE. Could buy here. Classic 2-bar correction. And then hope for another leg up, right? DAX, however, so far still in a trading range. I'm getting chopped up. About 13, 14 points offside. Stop is, however, is pretty tight, to about 26 points. So risk is contained. So you see also what the issue is. The issue is that the second 15-minute bar that will conclude in about 1 minute so far is an inside bar of the first bar, which was pretty indecisive. You know, the upper and lower shadow equally long. Just the body here is about maybe a third, a little bit more than a third of the whole candle closed bearish. So taking a chance on buying the FTSE here. Believe that FTSE will be in an uptrend. Got stopped out in the DAX. So we'll put an order in for school run long. Filled along the DAX again. Stop loss should be below the signal bar. I will, however, put it slightly here. If it got all the way down back here, it probably will be still in a trading range, and I will continue to be chopped up. Long also on my personal account. Also in the FTSE. The charts look slightly differently on both. Yeah. Price action in the FTSE much clearer this morning. DAX is still hesitating there to break higher. Maybe now. It's always when we make an attempt, it's pushed back. FTSE is already 7 points or so in profit. I don't know how much my risk here is. 11 pips. Okay. Go. Okay. So 1-to-1 here. So I'm taking some profits. Doing that on my personal as well. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I'm getting chopped up here in the DAX. I mean, look at that here. Okay, we will not get down there. Oof. Not happy with my DAX position at all. Yeah, I tried short. I tried long. Nothing seems to work. Should have just stayed in the FTSE. Maybe add to it. Just a clear uptrend. Not happy about that at all. Bloody market. Come on, DAX. Oh, maybe now. Fucking hell. I'm reducing my risk here. Don't want to get chopped up again. Scaling out of the FTSE some more. Yeah. Fuck that, I'm closing the DAX. Closing rest of my FTSE. So that means I made some profits. You see here, guys, I have a little eye infection in my upper eyelid. It's hard for me to keep the eyes open. It's pretty painful to watch the charts, actually. Maybe I shouldn't have been trading, but show must go on. On the other hand, you see that the performance and also decision making can be impacted. You know, I think from a risk management perspective, I did two mistakes today. First, I was adding to the DAX with a nesting order below a little area of what I thought would be support, but yeah, that didn't break. And also I was putting too much emphasis on the market, who is clearly in chop. I mean, look at that, the DAX trading back into the range, whereas the FTSE is in a clear uptrend. So I should have just milked the FTSE a little bit more. But hey, it is what it is. Money-wise, let's see. Started with 97,283, 97,050, small loss, yeah, almost break even. So from that standpoint, at least I protected my equity. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have traded at all. Anyway, this is real. This is live. That's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is me done. Thank you very much for watching, for tuning in. Karaoke Andy out.